Angelica, she's in Chapala. I talked to her last night. She's in heaven.
Qué bueno. I'm glad for her.
Sí,
I'm glad for everybody. Doesn't matter where they feel or what they doing.
está bien. Y I talked to Monica this morning too. We have Monica is a friend of mine she's Mexican American. I met her in Chapala. She was the facilitator of a retreat I went to. And
Oh yeah.
but she lives in Mexico, she lives in Spain, in Madrid, with her wife. And we talk, every once in a while. So we have a Zoom meeting.
Nice.
She's the one that knows David personally, like way before anybody knew who David was. She went to Ken Wapnick's his workshops when David was going to them. That's how she met. So maybe someday she'll come. I'll ask her if she wants to come in, so we can all meet.
Nice.
So we are doing lesson 332. Morning. Let me look it up.
See, fear binds the world, forgiveness sets it free.
There you go. ¿Estás bien, Adri?
Sí.
Sí, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the lesson is 332. Voy a leer en español. I'm going to read it in Spanish.
Sí.
El miedo aprisiona al mundo, el perdón lo libera. El ego forja ilusiones, la verdad desvanece sus sueños malvados con el brillo de su fulgor. La verdad nunca ataca, sencillamente es, y su presencia hace que la mente se aparte de las fantasías y despierte a lo real. El perdón invita a esta presencia a entrar y a ocupar el lugar que le corresponde a la mente. Sin el perdón, la mente se encuentra encadenada, creyendo en su propia futilidad. Mas con el perdón, la luz brilla a través del sueño de tiniebla, ofreciéndole esperanzas y proporcionándole los medios para que tome conciencia de la libertad que es su herencia. Hoy no queremos volver a aprisionar al mundo. El miedo lo mantiene aprisionado, mas tu amor nos ha proporcionado los medios para liberarlo. Padre, queremos liberarlo ahora, pues cuando ofrecemos libertad se nos concede a nosotros y no queremos seguir presos cuando tú nos ofreces la libertad. El miedo aprisiona al mundo, el perdón lo libera. The wonderful thing is that if I concentrate on my own liberation, my own mind, como se dice, me encargo de todo el mundo, I liberate everybody. So it's like nobody is left behind.
Except Lilo.
Except Lily.
Going after the runners.
That is the only, the only, I guess, pet peeve or something that I have with Lilo that is also one of the things that I have to forgive. The dog there's no way. Everything that comes by here, but he's very specific. There are specific people that he doesn't do that to. There's a small group of people. There's these women that come by. There's a specific group of women who walk almost every day, and he doesn't. No, not them. So he has his preferences.
Who doesn't?
And I sit here, I'm like, what is different about these women to the rest of the world? Maybe they show some kind of authority.
You have to invite them up to your porch for coffee one day and find out.
And find out, what is it? Magical mysticism do you have over my dog? So last night brought us turkey dinner. And she also brought a bottle of wine that she had started at her house. She said, I brought this because I don't want to. I'm like, I'll help you finish it. But it was very, very lovely because she it was very, I mean, it was the first time that she cooked her turkey and the first time she cooked dinner, and it came out really, really, really nice.
How old is she?
I think she's 35.
Mm-hmm.
35 or 36. Hey. Pasando contigo, Adri.
I'm happy. I'm cool.
Sí.
I'm happy to be ready. That I can set free everything.
Sí.
Yeah, I was sharing with Astrid that I'm waiting for my daughter to come up,
Oh, nice.
and she's coming with a lot of stress.
Oh.
So she was the one that found out how to apply for the aid, but she wasn't thorough enough. And now the government is asking her for half of the money. This is 2 days. Yeah, like 2 days ago she found out. And I found out this morning. But it just so happened that I feel so at peace, because when I got the money, I didn't say, for me it was nothing really, even though I was kind of recently passing like a stress situation because of feeling of lack. And then I got this check, which was $7,000. So when I received it, I literally didn't feel anything. And that was very strange. So my first reaction was, this is not mine. So I surrendered it. And it so happened that I didn't change my life. I kept on doing the same. But then she was, she's young. She's like 30 now. So she went to Alaska and visited the brother, invited the other brother. They went there, spent 15 days. She had never a good car, so she bought a car. So she has no money left. But, doesn't matter, because I was remembering when I came to Ponce, I really had nothing. And the house wasn't even in condition. So I'm ready to comfort her and to free her from all this shit.
And she's available to your words as a mother? Yeah.
She's the most, after Astrid and now you, she's the most available to my words. But still, one thing is that what this is it, and the other is that you are completely willing to live it 100%. And there's this notion within my two kids that have known the course more profoundly, that I can do that because I am old. But they have, that's not for them now because they are young.
Sure.
But still, they know what it is, and sometimes they are ready enough to practice it. But for them, it's more difficult. But she always listened to Muji, and she always tried to be in the present, but still she's trying to figure out, like, having a partner and 2 dogs and a house and a cat, and then trying to figure out how she's gonna develop a business with the boyfriend and still, I don't know. She still thinks that she has to figure herself out. She's not willing to surrender completely. So therefore, even though she knows that she attacks herself, she doesn't know how to stop it totally.
Like you say, she's young.
Yeah, but it's not about. Yeah, it's not a time thing. It's a readiness of the mind thing. So in a sense, she's young, but it's not the young of the body, but the young of the mind.
Yeah. But this is what I mean.
Get
It takes time.
Years old, you know?
I mean, it seems to me that part of the readiness to delve into what's truth is suffering. And until we suffer enough, sometimes there's not enough motivation to.
Exactly. Neighbor's cat.
Oh, exacto. And some people hold on to suffering a long time before they were ready to let it go.
We all do that.
Yeah.
We define ourselves by that. Yeah, but the wonderful thing is that as a mother, we can go to a place where we don't have to worry about that because we know that they're secure and they'll be fine. I mean, the worry comes in, but we're at a point where we give it over quickly because we understand that's just crucifying her, just seeing her as a body, seeing her as not, the eternal being that she is. Like, but it's still an exercise. There he goes. There he goes.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw him take off.
So did you talk to your father?
Yep. We didn't have. He was in his own. His memory, he can't remember from one day to the next. In the moment, he's fine, but from one day to the next. So he was making chicken, and so yeah, we had a nice chat. And
so he was cooking for himself.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's quite okay physically.
Yeah, he is, and even mentally, it's just occasionally, like I've said before, if he forgets to take a certain medication. But I even said something to him about that yesterday or day before, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no. Every morning I have my little box of pills, and when that box gets empty, I sit there and I put my pills in for the week, and I take them in the morning." And so he knows his routine. And so, yeah. And yesterday, my sister, the last time we spoke, which was at the beginning of this month, we didn't speak. It was in a text. She was looking to put my dad in some kind of facility or something. And I said, my text was, under no uncertain terms do I support this. That was it. And she went ballistic and whatever. I don't want to talk to you anymore, and so on and so forth. And because I just didn't agree with her perception, that's all. And didn't do it angrily. I didn't do it from, just. So when Thanksgiving rolls around and it's the family holidays and blah, 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 I'm sitting there thinking, she's not going to reach out to me, and I watch the mind, and then it's like, oh, hell. And I just grab my phone and sent her a text and just wish her a joy-filled day or whatever. So
that she loves you a lot.
Well,
she older than you?
No, I'm the oldest. I have a younger sister, my brother, then my sister.
Okay. Yeah, there's love there a lot. It's just doesn't know how to express itself.
Yeah. She expresses it generally by attack thoughts. So it really, you just feel the love.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to feel it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a sister with whom I don't communicate at all, but I
Yeah.
have forgiven totally. When I think of her, I just think of her lovingly. Just
Yeah,
text.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, I don't talk to my brother at all. And if there are moments when we do because of my father, it's just attack. And it's an opportunity for me, but I don't feel like I want them in my life. I don't have that feeling of, gee, I really miss them, or I wish I would, I don't have that feeling.
That is
But
okay.
but I certainly can live in the forgiveness. Sometimes easier moments than others.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can love them completely and totally and not have necessarily a lot of contact with them, because that's not, we can have a complete total relationship with everyone, because once we have it with the Holy Spirit, then that includes everybody. Yeah.
Yep.
That's not stepping into because the ego comes in. And for me, with my family, with my brother, Thanksgiving came and went. Now that you were talking about this, I was like, I didn't, my brother nor my dad, nobody texted me yesterday for Thanksgiving. I didn't text them either. And I was like, that was, it was fine. But but the ego wants to come in and say, oh, they're excluding you, and they don't love you, and blah blah. Your dad left after he lived here for so long, and
don't even call you for Thanksgiving. What a motherfucker, ungrateful.
But an ungrateful. but the thing is that I see it coming up. I'm like, well, no, I was perfectly fine. I didn't even have the thought. Now you're gonna come in with that thought? No.
Exactly.
I'm just happy that they don't feel the need to do that. I feel like, okay, then for me it's like it's evidence of just freedom, right? They don't feel the need to do those things that we have to do in relationships to maintain relationships, right? So that's good, because my dad knows that he can call me anytime. The love is there, and it's always there. And same with me. So why do we have to make certain days special for that?
Because of Hallmark.
Because of Hallmark. And when you think about it, it's like it's just a day like any other.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we give all the meaning that Thanksgiving has for us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Every day is Thanksgiving.
See.
Just like every person is our family.
See.
And every animal is our pet.
Can we claim them on our tax forms, though?
The what?
The animals.
Can we claim everyone on our tax forms as a dependent?
Well, I suggest that you in tax forms. That's one of the beauties of not having anything.
See.
That is, it's great.
No having to pay the government respects or tribute.
Just be like Lilo. Lilo doesn't care about anything. Look.
Yeah, I like
Lilo.
He can't hear you because I have my earbuds on.
All right. We'll take the one out of the other ear and maybe you can hear it.
He won't respond. We've done this before, and he
Oh,
won't.
really?
No,
No, he doesn't give a fuck.
he doesn't care. When I was
Tell
in
what you
Utah,
want. We're not
when I was
telling
in Utah, the boys called me because they said, Lilo, I think he misses you. And so they FaceTime with the dog. He gave zero fucks. I was like, Lilo. And I was like, he doesn't miss me. He's fine.
Until you got home.
He was fine. He doesn't care.
No?
No, I mean, he follows me around everywhere I go in the house, but if I'm not here, he's fine. Yeah, which is great. It's a great feeling. Because then you don't have to worry about. That's how we want to be with everything. When they're present, great. You have all my love. When they come into awareness, as Adriana says, that when it's not necessarily physical, it's just once it comes into your mind,
exactly.
into your awareness. Like for you with your sister and your dad and your brother, it doesn't have to be in physical form.
No.
When my brother comes into my mind, I'm like, I'm at a point, because it has been a difficult relationship. But I feel like I've gotten to the point where of acceptance and just gotten and forgiveness, and I see him very lovingly, and I appreciate when I do talk to him, I can appreciate him better.
Is he older?
He's older, but not by a lot, where there's a difference of like 18 months between us. But he has strong opinions. And he has no problem in telling me what he thinks about me, my life, the way I'm doing things, highly critical. And I just laugh now. I just laugh. It used to bother me a lot. I used to be like really, but now now actually I like to listen to his point of view, because it's like, hi, I hadn't thought about that like that. And I can say, yeah, you have a point, and be fine with that. Before it was like I needed to show him that he was wrong, that there are other points of view, but no, I don't feel the need to do that anymore. He's perfectly fine where he is, yeah. And he doesn't necessarily know it, but with the whole situation with my cousin, who in the letter, I had a conversation with him and my dad, and he was so helpful. He doesn't even know, but he was so helpful for me. And I was like, yeah, you can, all of a sudden, every person comes in, and they come in with a gift, and everybody is helpful. And we're not talking about in this in the form. We're talking about in another level where everybody is equal and everybody is the same, because we're all one. So when you start to see people at that level, it's beautiful, and you can, it's accepting. And then, I have nothing to do here. I don't have to correct anybody. That's very freeing, not having to correct anybody, because the ego wants to correct everybody.
Chance to be right.
I know. And that was our thing. That was our thing.
That's the world's thing.
That was Adriana's thing too. That was Gary's thing too. It's still there. It comes up sometimes, and I'm like, wait, what? No.
Yeah.
It's like swapping the ego away. Nope, I don't need that.
And it is beautiful, though, to watch, and I can say this, really quite clearly, just how much or how easy it is to see the ego. And even in the beginning, like the moments it starts to rise up, when some story has taken center stage and is starting to develop and, you know, reach in and grab hold of silence or what have you, and to just be able to, I mean, I can say to be able to make a choice, you know, but it's also always the same choice.
There's no, we're not choosing. There's no other choice.
Well, there isn't any other choice, but in the moment of seeing, it's like, do I stay here or do I jettison the ego?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Adriana, does your daughter listen to these YouTube videos, these meetings?
Yeah. And you mean this?
Yeah.
No,
No.
she's too busy for that.
Yeah.
She has sometimes. I think she has, right?
She's too busy for that. That's a like.
Yeah.
My stepdaughter has. She listens to us when because I have a rowing machine here in my house, so she comes to row, and she says that she looks and sees which videos are long enough, and she listens to us while she's rowing.
Oh. Well, that's a good choice of something to put in your head.
Yes. But she's been exposed to the course all of her life, because her mother, when she was a child, she would go to, in Puerto Rico, she would go to meetings, and she would take her. So she's been exposed to it all her life, which is really wonderful, because I can, like, when Deborah comes here, if you know, a conversation, we're talking about this all the time.
Right.
Like, it's going, I mean, we talk about everything, but it always goes into,
Yeah.
you know, what's the purpose? What is this for? And when she's present, then it's great, because she understands.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, un vacío. We're empty.
I'm good.
We're empty, which is good. A good place to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm content to see what everything presents every moment. Knowing that yesterday I had such a strong meditation for a long time. What I was saying to the Holy Spirit, I don't need anything, just that I don't forget that you're with me.
Okay.
So where would I not go, you know? Yeah.
Mm.
So the boys brought me dinner yesterday from the parents' house. The parents live like in the next town, which is like 15 minutes from here. And they did like this beautiful banquet, and they brought me a sample of everything.
Lovely.
So I just put it in little containers, you know, so I have food there for a week. And they cook very nicely, I must say. So I was very grateful for the present.
And
Yeah,
then the
everything
cake.
and her cake, yeah. Everything Gabriel brought a lot of food. So we had our dinner, and then around 1 o'clock in the morning, I hear noise in the in the kitchen. I'm like, what is going on down there? And they're like, we're eating again. And this morning I opened, they had eaten everything.
Wow, that was quite a spread. At least I could from the picture I saw.
Yeah, but they're 2 teenage boys.
Let's see.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was so lovely. But yeah, I have nothing to say other than I'm happy and content.
Yes.
And I feel, at least right now in this moment, I feel freedom and forgiveness for everything.
Yeah, that's all
Acceptance.
there is this moment.
See.
Yeah.
Yeah, this moment lead to the next, and that to the next, and that to the next, and make it all the same.
Making it all the same. Yeah, the first time I heard that, the first time I read that, I didn't understand it, and it sounded boring, right? Like, how make everything different by making it all the same. That's for the new year, right? But now it's like, that's so peaceful.
Yes.
That's so restful.
Well, especially from where it arises from too.
Yeah. There's
I
a
wonder-
Chinese curse. There's a Chinese curse that says, may your life be exciting.
May your life be exciting.
You can only know that it is a curse when you know really how deep it goes, you know.
Yeah.
And the sacrifices you have to make of your true self for it make this dream exciting are excruciating, and really they seem to be something, but they are really nothing. They are uneventful in truth. And see how we agonize over everything.
I'm just grateful that I don't have to go there anymore. I don't have to think like that anymore. And when those thoughts come up, I don't have to entertain them. And I can be like, well, why am I gonna leave this peace that I'm feeling now to chase something that I know is just gonna be, it's a futility, right? It's just gonna be something that's gonna create pain and suffering. I might have a momentary excitement, but then it's just gonna go. And then we can just accept everything that comes in. Everything is great. Everything is great. No importa. It doesn't matter. It's the same. It's neutral.
Yeah. Lovely. Hi, Gary, I wanted to ask you why you said that you're British and you don't have accent.
Because I was born in the USA.
Oh.
Tiene descendencia
Oh,
británica. Like you have, yo no sé de dónde. You haven't done your DNA. I've done mine, so I'm like
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm
Spanish
Spanish and Corsica. Italian.
Corsica.
Italian and Spanish. Both. Es más, no Spanish, es catalán. Es bien
Catalán.
cabrón.
Now I understand.
Mira, mi abuelo es catalán, o sea, Cataluña, those people are really, really mad. And then mi abuela es gallega, which is...
Oh my God.
the cojones of the Spaniards. And then the Porradas are from Córcega. Oh my God. Which is Italian. Next to Sicily, actually. So I don't know how much is there. But now.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought that I was gonna when I did my DNA, I thought that I was gonna have a lot of French.
A little what? Fresh?
French.
Ah,
Pero en realidad es Spanish and Portugués.
okay.
And
Y
your last name is your name, or is it Vidam's?
no, it's my name. It's my dad's name.
And that's not French.
It is.
It is,
But
yeah.
my DNA is like, I think it's an 8 or I think it's probably a little bit more than 10% French.
So how the fuck you do that?
They send you a kit and you spit into it.
And you
then
send it back and then
you send it back and
they tell you what
send you
to tell
they
you.
send you a report and they tell you this is your but it's broken
But
down.
what happened with the genoma? It wasn't like 99.9% the same.
Yo no sé. I don't know anything. Yeah, you have to talk to Viran
No
about that.
way. No way. I don't have a week. I
You don't have a week.
available to talk about the subject. I joke with you, but no, I'm not going there.
Well, the
That's
weird
his
thing is that
expertise.
they send you your like maybe in every couple of 3-4 months, you'll get an email saying, we've got more family members for you.
That happened to me. And you know what happened? Viram and I found out that we're like really, really distant cousins. But that's normal in Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico is like a petri dish.
See?
But they're like, you have new family. And when I looked at them, I'm like, I can't get away from you. Not only and we we share one mind, we also share DNA.
Yeah.
Do not atone.
It would be interesting to do you, Adriana, to see if we're also physically family. We probably are because my family is from that area, my dad's family. And everybody mixed it up.
Yeah.
It will be something to entertain ourselves.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing that.
No, I know we're not, but it would be interesting just to entertain ourselves.
Well, when you come and visit, I will
spit here.
And then you go behind my back and do the shit.
I'll tell you, spit in this little tube.
She'll be running around your house with a little cotton swab, swabbing all the glasses that you touched.
I mean, there's nothing, a lot of people do that, but it's like you get the report and you're like, now what do I do with this?
It'll tell
like
you
propensities
for certain diseases and.
Yeah. I've read some of those reports that come in I want to see what they say, and I just laugh.
Yes.
I found out that I metabolize caffeine a lot faster than the majority of the people.
And you're trying it out.
No, because caffeine doesn't affect me like it affects other people. And then I saw the report. I'm like, oh, that's why. And I can't metabolize, fats quick. I would have preferred that. Why can't I metabolize calories quicker?
Yeah.
Lovely. So what's your plan for today? For both of you. Take turns, please. Don't fight over the space.
Yeah.
Put it sideways. Let me see where you're going. Put it sideways. Wow,
Wow.
wow.
Muy bien. I'm going to download a book that Mónica ay, coño. Mónica is reading, and she says that it's kicking her ass. It's déjame decirlo. She told me that she's reading this book. ¿Lo ves? ¿Tú lo ves?
Sí.
Deeper Teachings of the Course in Miracles, yeah. The End of Death.
So I'm thinking of downloading that in audio to listen to it. Because if it's kicking her ass, it's probably probably good.
And what about you, Adriana?
I'm gonna watch the 20th version of the new American Top Model, which has like 20 beautiful I don't know if it's 20 or there are a lot of aspiring young bodies. It's like the vampire of the vanities for exposure. And you have everything. You have gay people, you have lesbian, you have transvestites, you have alpha macho men, you have everything, because they're like beautiful people that are aspiring for one position as a top model with a, I don't know, $100,000 contract with guests, and I don't know what. I just found it today. So after watching many documentaries and things, I said, well, let me see how best I can see this and check how the spirit brings healing to my mind through this. That seems to be such a different thing, you know, that you will look for to go to alignment, you know. I'm just here playing with the Holy Spirit and then waiting for my daughter to come over. She will be here like in an hour or less to see how best I can comfort her and be a demonstration of the nothing has ever happened to her. Because I know she will come broken. It happens to me too when I'm by myself and I try to hold it. But if I get with someone that I know that can console me, then it makes it very difficult to hold myself together. That happens to her. I want to be strong for her. So I'll be seeing all these bodies doing crazy shit while preparing myself to be strong for my daughter. And that's going to be beautiful.
Very good.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow how it goes.
Please.
Muy bien. Bueno, pues. Estamos completos.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Nice to be with you both.
Yeah.
As always,
Sí.
this space is very cherished and is used to the fullest.
Sí.
And then when I hear it in the afternoon, it's useful again. So it has double usefulness.
Gracias.
So
Thank
Feliz
you.
Navidad a todos. We can say Merry Christmas now.
I have a friend that says Merry Christmas year-round as a greeting.
Oh, wow.
Good. Yeah, it is like that.
It's good.
It can be like that. Christ
Yeah.
is all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
he's entrenched. All right, you both. Be well. Enjoy your day.
Gracias. Thank you so much. I love you.
Good luck with your daughter.
Yeah, the Holy Spirit already did everything for me.
Sí,
There you go.
Yeah, we're always in the past, so it's resolved already.
sí.
But thank you for your good wishes. They are not unappreciated. All right. Big kiss to all. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Adiós.